CBS FM, Shannon in the Morning radio show. Told you earlier in the broadcast, a fella who wrote many, many hit songs has passed away. His name is Rod Temperton. And if you've ever seen Rod Stewart talk about one of his favorite musicians, he always mentions Rod Temperton. And he wrote so many big songs. He did it in a way that's unusual in the songwriting business. Very few people work alone. I mean, Billy Joel is one of the very few, very, very talented songwriters who works alone.
Billy Joel does too, huh?
Yeah, Billy works alone, but this guy
Most of them, what do they have? One guy does the music and one does the lyrics?
Well, these days you get like 4 or 5 people get together.
Oh, wow.
Like all those big hits that come from Sweden, there's a whole room full of people. Sometimes you'll see 7 or 8 different writers involved in the Britney hits and, some of those young ladies who do those dance hits. But this guy wrote all these songs by himself. Remembering British songwriter Rod Temperton passed away last week. He was only 66 years old. He was battling cancer. So I figured we start the Halloween season just a little bit early with a song that he wrote. It sold about a cajillion copies.
Exactly a cajillion.
1,000 years and grisly ghouls from every tomb are closing in to seal your doom. And though you fight to stay alive, your body starts to shiver, for no mortal can resist the evil of the thriller.
Happy Halloween. A little bit in advance. Yeah, it's a funny story. I interviewed the great Quincy Jones one time, and I asked him about that song, and he gave this songwriter Rod Temperton all the credit. He came up with that. He said he even wrote all the lines. Is that Boris Karloff?
Yes.
Yes.
No.
What's
It's
it?
No, Vincent Price.
Vincent Price. He wrote all the lines that Vincent Price said, but he didn't have Vincent Price yet. He said, I don't know if you're going to like this, Quincy, but I wrote some lines and we should get somebody with a big spooky voice to do at the end.
A big spooky.
And Quincy says, somebody with a spooky voice. And he said, yeah, who could we get? And unbeknownst to Rod, the songwriter,
Right.
Quincy's wife knew Vincent Price.
Really?
Yeah. I think she knew Vincent Price's wife.
So they looked
and
into
Rod
that.
said, what if we got Vincent Price? I mean, Quincy did. And Rod goes, how are you going to get Vincent Price? You don't know Vincent Price. And he said, well, let me see if we can't call him up and get him over here to do that. And sure enough, Vincent Price came walking in, and Rod Temperton goes, holy crap.
Now, what year was that?
Whenever they did that back in the 80s. when they did
Because
Thriller.
he died in 93.
Yeah, but he came in and did that, and Rod did not write it for him. He just wrote it. And can you get a spooky voice, maybe a creepy clown or two in here? All right, that wraps up show number 596 on CBS FM. Dan Taylor is up next. Thank you so much for listening to our show. Pray for our troops, our police officers, and pray for our first responders. Tomorrow morning, the big show. We have a special guest tomorrow named Rick Astley. Mm-hmm. We'll do the blast off and have more concert tickets and whatever else it is we do. Have a wonderful Thursday. One more thing.
Bye, buckaroos.
Bye-bye.
Good news. You have an agent, not a talent agent. I'm